International Day of Persons with Disabilities. It is observed on the 3rd of December. The 2024 theme, that is amplifying the leadership of persons with disabilities for an inclusive and sustainable future. The leadership of persons with disabilities is epitomized by the Global Disability Rights Movement slogan, "Nothing about us without us." It connects the basic requirements of participation, representation, and inclusion and calls for persons with disabilities to actively shape the conditions of their lives. One of the priorities of the Global Disability Agenda is to advance the agency and leadership of persons with disabilities. In the past decades, persons with disabilities and organizations of persons with disabilities have already championed for the changes in the communities and have been leading many of the community led initiatives not only to advance their own rights and well being, but also promoting inclusive development, for instance, enabling universal access to basic services by all. They have done so by taking both targeted and mainstreaming approaches to disability inclusion through, among others, consultation, data collection and analysis, and support with advocacy and accountability efforts. The observance of the International Day of Persons with Disabilities 2024 takes place against the backdrop of pivotal global developments, from the Summit of the Future to the upcoming Second World Summit for Social Development. These key global summits will complement one another in providing a continuous roadmap towards disability inclusive and sustainable peace and development. By emphasizing this complementary, the theme chosen for the observance in 2024 aims to underscore the importance of leveraging the leadership of persons with disabilities to ensure disability inclusive and sustainable peace and development for all. The United Nations Disability Inclusion Strategy. When launched the United Nations Disability Inclusion Strategy in June 2019, the Secretary General stated that the United Nations should lead by example and raise the organization's standards and performance on disability inclusion across all pillars of work, from headquarters to the field. The United Nations Disability Inclusion Strategy provides the foundation for sustainable and transformative progress on disability inclusion through all pillars of the work of the United Nations. Through the strategy, the United Nations system reaffirms that the full and complete realization of the human rights of all persons with disabilities is an inalienable, integral, and indivisible part of all human rights and fundamental freedoms. In 2024, the Secretary General submitted his fifth report on disability inclusion in the UN system. It reflects on the progress made to advance disability inclusion, highlights new or continuing challenges and opportunities presented through the strategic implementation, and emphasizes key areas of focus needed to continue mobilizing the system towards an inclusive, accessible, and sustainable world for all. Commemorative events. On the 3rd of December 2024, commemorate events for the International Day of Persons with Disabilities will be conducted. So, this day is for promoting the rights and well being of persons with disabilities at every level of the society and development, and to raise an awareness of the situation of persons with disabilities in all aspects of political, social, economic, and cultural life. It is at headquarters in Geneva. WHO organizes an annual IDPD event to educate the public, raise awareness, advocate for political will and resources, and celebrates WHO's achievements. In 2022, the WHO launched the Global Report on Health Equity for Persons with Disabilities. This report sets forth the approaches and actions that countries can take to address the health inequities persons with disabilities experience.